The woman who started Inspiration about 20-some years ago was a former police officer. She borrowed her nephew's radio flyer wagon, and she filled it with sandwiches and coffee, and she walked up and down the streets of Uptown, and that is the beginning of all that has grown into Inspiration today. They have housing programs, and they have counselors and social workers, and then all kinds of things. But their signature piece is that they serve all their meals restaurant style at both of the cafes. So can I take your order?
Yes.
So at about 7 o'clock in the morning, volunteers like myself go around and we take people's orders on an individual basis, however they would like their breakfast. The chefs prepare it for them, and then we serve it to them. I am not a morning person by any stretch of the imagination. There are plenty of people here who attest to that. So I was pretty surprised that getting up early and coming and serving breakfast was incredibly energizing, and it was great to meet and talk with people, and I found myself more alive here on Friday mornings than I was where I was working at the time. The people who come, despite their circumstances and their situation in their life, are some of the kindest, warmest people I've met. I've seen people give up their breakfast for other people even though they didn't eat themselves. I've seen people give someone their last dollar. And the other thing that's really incredible about the cafe is that people who have graduated, who've gone on and they've secured their housing, or they have secured a job, can also come back and have meals. They come back to show other people that it can be done. So the man who was cooking had been homeless, and through the cafe was a part of the 12-week culinary arts training program, and so he has gotten all these skills that gives them work experience and life experience, and then they go on and find jobs outside of the cafe.
Order up.
I didn't intend to write a book. I started to talk to people, and I sort of milled around and went table to table. They told me about the work they had done before. They told me about their families, what it means to have their story be told, for someone to tell their story, for someone to receive it.
And telling my story, I might reach that one person who needs it. Letting them know face of homelessness is not that old lady pushing the shopping cart down. It could be your next door neighbor. It could be the little girl who sat in the class right next to you and you didn't even know it.
A lot of people stigma. They got us, a lot of people that got us really bad, you know. They think that homeless mean bad. Feel better than I did when I first came. When I first come out, I feel like nothing. No hopes, no nothing.
God is, you know, in me as much as God's in you, as much as God is in someone sitting at the cafe, as much as God is in someone sleeping, you know, under a bridge. So it's been a real privilege to be a part of people's lives in ways that I never imagined, and to have them consider me family as much as I consider them family.
You can find out more about the work of Inspiration Corporation by visiting our website at 30goodminutes.org. Our deep thanks to Karen Skalitzky and her colleagues for sharing their story. Few people are better equipped to talk about religion's response to the problem of hunger than David Beckman. A recipient of the World Food Prize, David is president of Bread for the World, where he leads large-scale campaigns to strengthen U.S. political commitment to overcome hunger and poverty around the world. David is also a Lutheran pastor and an economist. It's an honor to welcome David Beckman to the program. David?
Thank you, Daniel.